The research that's been submitted by myself for the ref concerns work that the film workshop movement of the 1970s was involved with in the UK, and in particular the work of Birmingham Film Workshop, of which I was a member in that period, late 70s into the mid 80s. The research really began with the digitisation of the materials that had been produced by the film workshop in the late 70s and early 80s, and this digitisation was done by Birmingham art gallery called Vivid. Having access to the material again, because some of the material was stored in an archive on either 60mm film or on low band pneumatic video, and the opportunity to digitise the material means that this group of films from that period could now be made available for contemporary scrutiny and to be able to attract new audiences, new interest, etc. One of the key films that we've been able to re-energise in a way is a film called Traces Left, which was directed by a colleague of mine at the time in 1983, Alan Lovell. It was a film that I was involved with in the production side, and this film is a film about the artistic life and career of a Glaswegian artist from the 30s, Hell Unltd. By having the film made available again for circulation, we've been able to revitalise some interest in Hell Unltd's work. Hell Unltd is a neglected figure in the study of independent filmmaking in the 1930s. As a Glaswegian socialist artist, she had quite a considerable impact with the people she worked with, and some key films that she co-directed in a way are often misrepresented as just being by Norman McLaren. Traces Left, a film that we made about Hell Unltd in 1983 and which is now back in circulation through the research that I've been doing, documents the work that she did then. Hell Unltd had been educated at the Glasgow School of Art and was interested in all aspects of filmmaking, but particularly in design and animation. And the work that she put into the anti-war film Hell Unltd is now recognised as being of significant groundbreaking calibre. And often women artists and women filmmakers, they may sometimes slip out of history. They often slip off the radar. They don't get recognised, often because they want to put themselves forward, or they think that their efforts really aren't worthy of recognition. So I was keen through my research to ensure that a spotlight fell back on Hell Unltd, not only because she was a woman filmmaker, but also because the work she did deserves recognition. And I think that the efforts of the Glasgow Film Theatre and the Glasgow School of Art now, having had Traces Left and Hell Unltd presented as one-off special events at the Glasgow Film Theatre, that more attention is coming back to Hell Unltd. The main outcome really is that films and videotapes which have been locked away in an archive and gathering dust on a shelf are now being repurposed for new audiences. So these films are now being seen by audiences in different parts of the country and in different events, and are being discussed afresh. But what they give is a view of either social issues or of the cities where the workshop was based, but they give a view that was different from the monopoly of broadcasting at the time. Because at the time, it's not like now with lots of channels and lots of screens. At the time, we just had BBC, ITV, and then from 82, Channel 4. So the work of these workshops, they're showing a slice of history that is worth visually having back in front of people, and we're finding that audiences do react positively to a different image that's presented of the different cities that they may live in.